Um, the strongest defamation case I can remember. The expert says that the filing shows Dominion has all the receipts when it comes to all the bullshit that Foe spews. Now, the First Amendment doesn't protect deliberate lies that cause injury to reputation, but no, the racist cunt Laura Ingram's producer says that this Dominion shit is was going to give him a fucking aneurysm. Yeah, Foe actually give me a fucking brain aneurysm as it is. The latest legal filings in Dominion voting systems, which was $1.6 billion defamation lawsuit against Foe, had revealed that the executives allowed hosts to air election conspiracy theories that they knew were false. The private text messages, emails, and deposition transcripts show that the network's top host and executives had derided the stolen election claims in private, but they opted to air the conspiracy theories anyway to appeal to its sycophantic viewers. The Foe chairman, Rupert Murdoch, acknowledged in a deposition that some hosts had endorsed the false claims, but he chose not to do anything about it anyway. The latest filing shows that Dominion has all of the receipts, longtime Harvard constitutional scholar Lawrence Tribe told Salon. Dominion has a remarkable trove of explicit confessions, essentially from the talking heads themselves, the host, and all the way up to the chain to Rupert Murdoch. Now, Dominion, in its filing, claims that it sent more than 3,600 separate communications to Foe, with fact checks intended to correct all the false information that they spread. In its lawsuit, the election technology company had alleged that Foe recklessly disregarded the truth and pushed pro-Trump conspiracy theories about the company because the lies were good for Foe's business. Now, in return, Foe accused Dominion of distortions, misinformation, and misattributing quotes as part of an attempt to smear Foe and trample on free speech and freedom of the press. That's not exactly what happened, but you know. A spokesperson for Dominion responded that the emails, texts, and deposition testimony speaks for itself. Now this case is the strongest defamation case that I can remember seeing, and Tribe said it's quite remarkable that the evidence is there, and that it easily meets the appropriately difficult standard that New York Times versus Sullivan established in 1964. Foe has so far argued that the lawsuit seeks to trample on First Amendment protections and accused Dominion of cherry-picking quotes from its top talent and executives. That's not exactly what happened, but, you know. While the First Amendment is going to loom over the case from beginning to end, Tribe added, it's not going to bail out Foe. The First Amendment doesn't protect deliberate lies that cause injury to reputation, and that's what we have here. So the First Amendment is not an absolute shield. It's a very high bar that has to be met by the plaintiff, but it's easily surmounted here. The filings also exposed the contempt that host Tucker Carlson, that the racist piece of shit Tucker Carlson probably has for the former squatter. 2 days before the January 6th Klan riot, Carlson texted Devers and said that he can't wait to be able to ignore Trump most nights. Basically, fucker basically says, "Oh, I hate him passionately," but privately, Tucker is still looking Trump's nuts. Now Carlson went on to criticize the Trump era, but we're all pretending that we got a lot to show for it, because admitting what a disaster it's been is too tough to digest. Oh yeah, when it came to Trump's administration, it was a disaster as it was. But come on, there isn't really an upside to Trump, and there never was. While the filings revealed that the Foe hosts were well aware that the claims that they aired were baseless and had no fact, Dominion would have to show that the network acted with actual malice for its lawsuit to succeed. Now, recklessness is the standard for actual malice. Norman Eisen, who's a senior fellow at the Brookings Institution, had told Salon. Now, the racist piece of shit Carlson has continued to cast serious doubts about the validity of the 2020 election results, even though it's clear that he doesn't believe that to be the case. Eisen added, referring to the text messages between Carlson and Trump's former lawyer, Sidney Powell. In a text message on November 17th of 2020, Carlson had told Powell that if you don't have conclusive evidence of fraud at that scale, it's a cruel and reckless thing to keep saying, because they had no proof whatsoever. Eisen had also pointed out that the materials from the latest filing and Murdoch's deposition suggest that the Foe chairman remains utterly unremorseful and is still allowing wrongful conduct to persist by letting Carlson continue to sow doubt about the 2020 elections. He also admitted that he has the power to stop it, Eisen said, but it just undercuts not only what Foe was doing then, but what Foe was continuing to do. And when the case goes to trial, the defense is likely to focus on how much harm Dominion suffered from the false claims and the damages that it is seeking, he added. Though Dominion is seeking $1.6 million in compensatory damages, the figure could balloon to the billions of dollars if Foe is forced to pay punitive damage as well. Now, Tribe believes Dominion is more concerned about accountability than it is about money. Dominion really wants to have these liars exposed for what they are, he said. Tribe predicted that the verdict in the Foe News case and the recent rulings in the Sandy Hook lawsuits against the InfoWars founder Fat Fuck Jones would make people whose business model relies online for profit think twice. Yeah, we all know about that Fat Fuck Jones. He always lied for profit. It won't necessarily usher in an era of truth and a good feeling, Tribe said. That's too much to hope for, but it's certainly going to make it much more likely that people will be more careful, and that they will certainly not engage in as much profitable or provable falsehood that they know to be false. Either that, or they're going to become much better at hiding that evidence. So yeah, if you like the video, you can give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, RBW King. You can also hit the notification bell so that you know when a new video comes out. You can go ahead, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And if you want to support my work even further, you can donate to my Patreon link, which you can find in the About section of YouTube. And for just a little as a few bucks a video or a month, your donation can help go a long way. And thanks for listening.